Hey folks, Mike here from Ollie, and in this video I want to do a quick follow-up to the WordPress patterns video I released recently. I got a ton of positive comments on that video. People are really excited about WordPress patterns and the kind of things we can do with them and how quickly we can build with them. So I put together another demo to show you some maybe not so obvious things we could do with patterns to build more quickly with WordPress block themes. So let's hop into the demo and check out a few of these tips and tricks. Okay, so here we are in WordPress, and as usual, I'm going to be using the Ollie block theme, which you can get at olliewp.com. And what I've done here is set up a demo of a craft coffee shop, and we're going to use this to show you a few different ways we can work with patterns that might not be so obvious. If you haven't seen the pattern video I released recently, go ahead and check that out. I'll make sure to link that, but that is a deep dive into patterns where you kind of get to learn more of the nitty-gritty details about creating patterns. But this one we're going to keep a little more high level and just show you some cool things we can do. So let's go ahead and look at the demo. We have a header area here with our menu, our hours, just some information area, call to action, and a footer of our coffee shop here. So when we're thinking about what kind of things can we turn into patterns, what kind of things are we going to be reusing throughout our site? So when I'm looking at this demo, I'm seeing a few things. Most obviously is the cafe menu, right? We might have this on our homepage. It might also have it on a menu page. We could be using this in multiple areas. So let's hop into the editor real quick and turn this into a pattern. Again, I won't dive too deep into this because we did cover this in the full patterns video, but to do that, I'm going to select the group and I'm going to create pattern / reusable block, and let's call this cafe menu. And I'm going to leave this option synced. And the difference between a regular pattern and a synced pattern, as we covered in the last video, is that synced patterns can be updated globally. So you can put them on 2, 4, 10 different pages, and you only update the pattern in one place, and it updates the pattern for you on all of those different pages. So synced patterns are really helpful if you want to keep information in one place and propagate it out through your site. So that's an obvious one, right? So now if we update our page and we go into our editor, the site editor, and refresh, we can see that we have our cafe menu here. And if we went in and made changes to this cafe menu, say we wanted to increase the price of our espresso, inflation's going through the roof, let's go ahead and raise that to $3 and come back to our cafe demo, we can see that the espresso price is now $3. So that is that's great. That's an obvious one. But something I'm interested in is the use of patterns for smaller bits of information. So look over here at our hours of operation, and actually let's hop over to the demo. You can see we have our hours here in the header, but we also have it in the footer. So a pattern doesn't have to be a big, designed section. You can use patterns to effectively take text bits, text snippets, and use those as patterns, and we can use those throughout our site. So let's go ahead and turn that into a pattern. So I'm going to click here, create usable pattern block, okay, and we're going to call this cafe hours. And let's keep that synced. And you can see it kind of did a little refresh there, and we have the synced icon there, and so our cafe hours are now using the pattern there. And let's go ahead, and because we want that to update everywhere, let's go ahead and hop into the editor, and we'll go and edit our footer to replace the text there with that pattern as well. So I'm going to hop in here, I'm going to click edit template, and go ahead and do add before, come up here, and I'm going to go to my synced patterns icon here. And you can see I have cafe hours. I'm going to click that. And then we can delete this one and update and update. And now if we go back to our demo, it doesn't look like much has changed. We still have the hours in both places. But if we were to come back here and go to our patterns, I know I'm kind of flying around real quick here, so just hang on tight. And we change our hours. Maybe we're going to be open till 6 o'clock now. And I save that, come back to my demo. You can see in the header, my hours are 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. and same thing with the footer. So again, we're just using patterns and synced patterns in clever ways to be able to keep our website kind of up to date and not have to go and search through every single page where we maybe had an instance of our hours. We can keep those all in one place. Similarly, with something like even as small as your email address, you might have this in multiple places throughout your website. You might have it in your footer, your contact page, maybe in a sidebar somewhere. You could turn that into a pattern, and then anytime you update your email address, you could just go to the pattern and update it there, and that change will then be pushed out to all the patterns where it is used, as long as it's a synced pattern, and you don't have to go and spend the time to do that. It can automatically be done for you. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you kind of the micro use cases of patterns and the different unique things we could be doing with those things. So get clever, get crafty, figure out how you can use this stuff to your advantage to save yourself precious time when building a WordPress website. So that's all I have. Hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. We'll see you next time.